Guys, these tariffs are getting real. So many people getting destroyed right now in the grocery store. The price of eggs, I heard in some places, went up to $12 a dozen. And man, these tariff war, people think it's all, yes, it's Trump doing what he's doing, but unfortunately, guys, there's consequences from that. And I'm going to share with you this, I think it was it's a CBS video, and I'm going to give you guys some of my comments, exactly how people right now are trying to cope with the tariffs and the grocery prices increasing. At the same time, guys, take the time, leave a comment, hit the like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Think of it as a digital tip. It costs you nothing. Now, let's get straight to the video.
The United States hit China today with a 10% tariff on all goods it exports to the United States. And China responded with tariffs of 10 to 15% on a narrow range of American products, including coal and gas.
Nancy Chen in Clifton, New Jersey begins our coverage of the rising price of just about everything. Nancy.
Maurice, it has been a persistent problem. Even with inflation slowing, it is nearly impossible to get the same amount of food as you could just a few years ago with that same budget. And American families are making sacrifices.
American families are making sacrifices for real. Right now, the price of groceries are just ridiculously high. It's insanely high. Now, the reason why the price of eggs are going really high right now is because of the whole bird flu outbreak, and so many people right now are just going crazy with eggs. Listen, I recently went to Costco's and they had the section where the eggs are, like stacks, like within boxes, like stacks. I went to get me some eggs, man. I was in the bottom stack and the person ahead of me was like climbing under it to just get some eggs. And it was like 6-8 cartons left. It's like, Lord, I mean, the whole thing was probably like 10 feet high. It was gone. Right now, people are going insane with eggs. And let me tell you something, man. This tariff war that we have with Trump trying to do. Okay, I'm not gonna make it political, but hear me out. Hear me out on this. I understand why he's doing it. It's a dangerous game, but it's effective, right? He's doing it when it came to Mexico. This is from what I was hearing, the little research I did, because I don't mess around politics anymore. Which is, he was trying to stop fentanyl from coming into his country, which we all could agree. That is a horrible, horrible drug that's killing so many people. So he's trying to stop fentanyl. And as soon as he threatened the tariffs with Mexico, Mexico was like, wait a minute. They negotiated because they didn't want to deal with the tariffs. They negotiated, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put 10,000 troops on our border. And they made all these promises to Trump. And Trump was like, okay, we're going to pause it for 30 days. Canada, the same thing. Canada, they said, I think they're going to put over $900 million within the border. They're going to put drones, troops, a bunch of stuff to try to stop the transportation of fentanyl. That works. I applaud him for that because to me, that is extremely important. Fentanyl is just destroying so many people right now. So to me, I appreciate that. Now, when it comes to China, China doesn't mess around. This is where we're really going to feel the impact of the tariffs, because China doesn't back down easy. As you see, we put tariffs on them. They came right back to us on our products and energy. They're not going to mess around. So playing that game with China could cause the price of groceries to continually go up. The price of products to go up. For how long? I don't know. But China, man, they do not give up. So I'm really, really worried about groceries right now because of that. How do you guys feel about groceries right now? Are you guys kind of worried about it?
Each trip to the store is getting harder for Melissa Robinson.
I can't afford to, eat a healthy diet for my kids and for myself. I just buy the minimum, the bare minimum.
These days you're buying the bare minimum.
Yeah.
How hard is it to put food on the table for your family?
I spend at least $250 a week.
We found grocery prices are more than 25% higher than 5 years ago. That's in part because of supply chain issues, increased labor costs, and bird flu outbreaks. Egg prices alone have gone up on average 65% in the past year and are expected to increase 20% more this year, according to the USDA.
Now, I would say this, $250 a week. Man, on bare minimum with groceries, $250 a week. I mean, obviously, she didn't explain how many people she has in her household, but that's a lot of money. But then again, I think I spend around $250 a week. You see, now is a time where you need to stop just pivoting and readjusting on things that you buy. right? You cannot start buying trash though, which I'm afraid is what's happens to a lot of people. Start buying food that it's not that healthy, but you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. You're gonna need the calories. Yeah, man, people are making some tough decisions. What kind of decisions are you guys making in the grocery store? Like me personally, I'm staying away from like salmon, right? I love eggs. I'm still buying eggs. I'm not drinking alcohol anymore. That's a huge budget item that I saved. Huge, but not drinking alcohol anymore. And luckily in my household, all we drink is water. We don't drink soda. We don't drink none of that stuff. So like, for me, cutting back, that worked for me, for my diet as well. I mean, I'm looking good, feeling good because of that. But I'm wondering how you guys are handling it right now. How you guys are handling the price of everything being so high in the grocery stores. And how are you preparing and anticipating for the actual hikes that are coming, which they even said is going to happen?
Customers don't want any more price increases.
Yes.
They're up to here.
Now the threat of tariffs is adding yet another challenge for grocer Stu Leonard Jr., the CEO of his 100-year-old family business. While tariffs on Mexican and Canadian goods are on a 30-day pause, goods from China are now subject to a 10% tariff.
That's right, man. People are just tired and they just cannot budget for these crazy hikes. And it sucks because you could cut back on so many things in life, right? We could cut back on so many things in life. We could, but food, right? Buying groceries and cooking at home was supposed to be a way for you to save money. Now, people are second guessing this. I recently saw a commercial from Applebee's. It was like $9.99 for burgers and endless fries. I can see so many families right now are saying, hell with that. Rather than spending all this money in a restaurant, I might as well start eating out, which we all know is full of processed foods. It's not that healthy. But to some people, like, screw it, right? Because the price of groceries now getting so close to the price of eating out. People are starting to eat out. Times right now is getting really, really difficult, man, especially when it comes to the prices of groceries. And people just need to be really smart and really diligent with how they buy the groceries. In my opinion, this is what I recommend for people to do, okay? If you're buying groceries right now with a credit card, or if you don't have a budget, number one, you need a budget. Put a budget and try to stick to how much money you're gonna spend on buying when you go to groceries, right? When you go buy groceries. And at the same time, go with cash. You see, cash will make you be a little hesitant to start adding some extra stuff that you never anticipated buying. So go there with cash, trying to go over and stay away from the credit cards. Because with your credit cards, you don't think it's a big deal because you're just swiping and it's not getting hit in your bank account. So you're thinking, well, I could just buy this. It's okay. I could afford it. But just because you're using a credit card doesn't mean you could afford it, right? It just means you haven't come to realization yet that you can't afford it because you're just paying your credit card bill, your statement, but it is just going to crush you eventually in the long run because you are paying for it if you are responsible. If you're responsible. But let's be honest, some people right now are using their credit cards to just eat and survive, and they're not paying the full balance every month. So now you're paying interest on your groceries. Right? You're paying interest on all those groceries by making monthly payments. Monthly payments on just food. I mean, mark my words, guys. There is going to be a day where these grocery markets will be offering credit cards. I don't know if there's some type of law why they can't do that now, but I can see it. Right now when people are just struggling as much as they can, these credit card companies are probably trying so hard to try to get into the grocery market where people could just apply for credit cards and use credit cards to pay for groceries. And that would be a very, very, very bad sign. What do you guys think? Anyway, guys, thanks for sticking around to the end of this video. Take the time once again to leave a comment, hit the like, and subscribe. Catch you guys on my next video. Peace.